twice. Mali nimefika simisho, sasa inaongeza ka distance. Leo ni mimi na misbehave, sijakuja na manners. Just me looking up for number pay, sitaki kuja na numbers. Sitaki hizo fake views, nakuja na video. Kuja na party, ni faithful. Usini trash the trash ni simu, kutoka kwa dustbin. Sasa iko But you busy kitambi. These are the drug dealer. Make moves that become figures. Now folks gonna lose me. Bad news coming to see. Low key, I'm so sure that if fake news me the Godzilla.
We trap on you wrong cause they done them. They just have to please this man them. Like from what I see, outsmart them. I hear doing streets, the race out run them. Too clean but I've done that. Too clean but I'm king so of course I crown that. Too powerful that Zaza. Too buzz in that bitch and of course they scream murder.
Yes, Wagwan family, karibuni sana to another beautiful episode of the Breathing Scoop Show right on the Black Planet Top Radio Station. My name is Joby, the captain of the show. 12 minutes past 4 in it, and I hope you guys have had a beautiful weekend. Wishing you guys nothing but just a beautiful week, and of course, karibuni sana right here on Arts, Entertainment and Culture Show. And of course, we got Katie and Shumani in the building. Karibuni.
Yes, hello good people, karibuni sana to our show. Enjoy. My name is Katie.
Yes, people, karibuni sana. Hope you're feeling well. Watch a one. This is definitely another beautiful Monday. Enjoy this amazing show. My name is SH with the money.
Yes, karibuni sana. Without wasting much of the time, back to the music. This is a drill cipher, episode 3 actually. I don't know about the past 2 episodes. I should be able to listen to them and say, shame on me, eh?
Shame on you.
But yes, it is featuring to Leah, Shazzy B, we got Alma, we got Saisa, we got Spicy, Shazzy, Big Gata, and Kimberly. And of course, to everyone who's listening to us for the first time, rather, those who are feeling the beat, let us know how you feel about this. Coming back with the quote of the day, straight back with the matters of what has been going on during the weekend. Enjoy.
Rhythm Scope Show. Come on.
Enjoy you don't know. Kini cheki na katu badi. Warudi mamboga na yetu. Oh no. I'm the queen of the city. Everybody get on my knees. They claim they watching me, but keep it on what I'm gonna say. I'm the G of the C. Only God can get on my knees. When you talk, you'll don't speak. I'm in talk, I'm on my knees. Bitch ain't see this, I can retreat. My damn so I'm wrong, like Johnny with street. My signature move, keep it on my speed. You ain't rapping, when I come in a speed, the fuck you mean? You ain't fucking me. I talk on a tip, mission, even though it's any pain. I'm a seat, this is a sister.
Let me introduce myself, I'm Zizi. Mama na kuanga tu live na cheesy. Looking as fresh as things, straight out of the respect. After a North.
Yes, and my quote of the day today is about a soul lesson, and it says, when you understand your own darkness, it's easy to understand other people's shadow.
My quote of the day says, to be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst.
My quote of the day is, when you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world.
Passive flows, soft, you can't eat that, it's okay, I'm laughing. Morocco, looking at vibes, key, I'm so garbage. I assume nothing, but they saw there's something. They just mumbling, think I'm crumbling. I stay puffing one look, and they stumbling one hook. They be fumbling, I'm just laughing, but I stay thugging. Ain't with the fucker. Fuck my son, say, legalize my lips, sucking my guns. You come down, bed, and every day, so my forensic on high supply. Pressure, see, apply, so natural, one lie. I'm just taking my time, might hit up that guy, one of a kind. 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, so fine. That ain't 7, well, I 9, on the 9. Oh, you bet, I'm a 10, so he never decline. The shit might shine, he beat me simplify. If I like, and she can die.
Big boss moves don't make no noise, so I play it cool. Nataka mana bold, me to cost to na G-enjoy. Like follow rules in the G-employ. Bad as fuck, they want a piece and a tower. Fuck me, nataka kiss from a prince. Baby, they talk about it, it's a big kiss. Tuko na web, nataka your cake. Extra right, what's up to the bullets? Come on, you want it already. Come on, you pass me, trendy. Waste my time, sleep bendy. Cross the line, bendy. Talk too much like teeny. Put out, teeny, put out. I'm under the beat, and everybody did up. I'm starting at them, I'm pulling a steal. Stop out, I want to the dana. I'm always in bounds. OCD.
moja na kaka million. Where I'm from, we add multiply, divide, there's no division. Into deep, this shit is my addiction. Check it, hot like Bobby, I'm ready. Up to the back and get it. Never can we win. Making us not to do. I was in the DC. Mini set from the DC. Just say I'm under my DC. Look up here and fresh. Shout out to all my scammers. Watch your drip, you Renox, yo. Yeah, we keep it crazy. Cause we never lazy. If you can come face me, need pressure, which is a gas. Music bogs na ass, na nimekubalika na mass. Doing it to the max. Na nimesikia kwenye gas. Jani kifika lazima kushika. Hata bashiko ya nani. Na warusha kuwarusha. Juna wabamba mkiwa nami. Sama nani, nataka mamita. Flow zinaleta mwangaza kwa giza. Nashika sahi, nakoma kabisa. Yangu ni yangu mwanzo kumaliza. Nenda kihati ni burudani. Kama ni macho ni tadai. Kama si wewe ni George Bad. Ngali kusa na pass
Yes, that is the drill cipher that is playing right here on the Black Hot Fan Network radio
Drill
station.
Digest.
What way? Correct me.
Drill
Digest
Digest Underdog
Cypher.
Cypher 3.
Kabisa.
That is the name.
Yes.
Yes, and I like the fact that these women came out to do it really gangster. Yeah.
And of course, I also love it. I listened to it. That was, I think, Ilitoka, that was on Saturday.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
Saturday.
and of course, you can let us know for those who are just tuning in for the first time or those who are listening to this amazing banger playing right on the Black Hot Fan Network radio. How you feel about it? And of course, karibuni sana, 17 minutes past 4 p.m. What's the time on your end? And where are you listening to us from, in case this is your first time right here? To amazing listeners, kindly smash the like button for me. And of course, welcome to today's discussion. How's you guys?
I'm just feeling sleepy because of the sun.
It's really hot.
It's really hot. It's
Yeah.
making people feel like they want to sleep all
Hey,
the time.
not
Mama,
really.
waka
Yesterday it was
baridi.
super hot.
Nimewaka baridi.
Yesterday it was super crazy hot. I don't know kama ni the same as today, but you good?
Yeah.
Your weekend was good? My weekend was good too. I can't complain. And of course, karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in. Let us know how was your weekend. And of course, as we start with what has been going on during the weekend, I want to start with something that we've discussed political wise of what is going on in Kenya and Haiti. And I do believe there's a discussion still ongoing, because actually Kenyans, Africans are discussing this. Not really Africans, but Haiti right now are throwing shade back to the country. And I don't know if you guys have seen that, but yesterday in New York there was a demonstration of different people from Africa shaming on Ruto because of the decision he's making. And one of the things I was reading that was being said today is that the Kenyan interest is that the reason why they are doing this is because later in future they shall also be seeking help, you know, from other countries to come and help them, you know, curb the situations that we are facing. And I'm like, again, I always ask, how can you be able to predict such kind of crisis, or what crises are awaiting for us?
Yeah.
You know, that we should be, that right now we should be literally be able to accept that you're working together with Haiti, so that in case these things happen to you as well, you'll be helped.
But we all know they are not working together with Haiti.
Exactly, but that is what the mainstream media basically is saying, because they were like, you know, whatever Kenya is doing is because they can be able to create a relationship with other countries, when we also have a situation like the 1998 or whatever situation, Al-Shabaab, so that we can also get help. But I don't know what you guys think about this.
It's crazy to think that they are looking forward to working together. They are working together with Haiti. Well, we clearly see that Haiti don't want Kenyans there. And we've seen even the Haitians are taking it to the streets with the banners written, Ruto, a puppet of the West. So at the end of the day, it's just crazy. But I think right now there's a motion in parliament, by the way. I've seen that one of is it Kithure Kindiki? You know, I thought this man was stupid for the longest time, but right now he actually said something that makes sense. He said that this is a country's matter.
The Minister of Security.
Today he said something that made sense to me. He said that now Kenyans should have a vote on this, because this, it's like we are going to put our people's lives in danger. And he said that now we cannot just take our people like this. It's like a human trafficking. This is what he said. And he said that now they are looking forward to the parliamentarians on voting whether the troops to be deployed to Haiti. But at the end of the day, I think it will be able to pass because if the UN has already okayed it, to whom are you? And remember, we have received a huge amount of money. Was it $100 million?
Yeah.
Yes, we have already pocketed that. So if we even trying to think about saying no to taking our troops, that's another issue. And remember, Kenya is being used by the US to provoke Haiti.
Yeah.
And this is not even the first time we're seeing troops being deployed in Haiti. And by the fact that right now they are
From
using...
Kenya?
No, not from Kenya. We have seen other countries have tried to send troops to Haiti to bring peace, but we have seen they have failed. So I'm even wondering, will Kenya be the one to restore peace in Haiti back while the other people have failed? And we know this is a political matter, of course, and it is their own political matter. So I even don't understand how Kenya is coming in all this.
So this is what, let me read this before Shumali gives her point. They say that the decision by the Kenyan government to send local police to Haiti has been received with varied reaction, while some feel it's an act of Kenya being dependable in times of crisis. In times of crisis, many others think and feel that the police are being sent to their own death traps, as the Haiti gangs are said to be heavily armed and unforgiving. Well, and I've seen actually that so far Kenya actually did say, let me get that correctly, they say that they're going to be taking two police officers per institute, if I'm not wrong, 2 police officers per institute, so that they can get to the 1,000 number that is required to be deployed in Haiti. Shmani?
Yeah, so first of all, Kenya can never be dependent on crisis. I mean, how are we dependent? How are we independent on crisis, and yet it's not even our war? Why is it that we can't handle first our own goddamn war, and then we come and say we actually covered our own things? Now we were really independent. We fought by ourselves without even asking for aid, because every time it's aid and aid. And something I hate about what Kindiki said, and I still do believe it doesn't make sense, Katie, however much you say it makes
He
sense
asked
today.
for parliamentarians' approval.
Yeah, and now he said Kenyans should have a say on this, right?
Parliamentarians.
Not Kenyans.
Parliamentarians. In Kenya, the parliamentarians are the lawmakers.
Now, parliamentarians, first and foremost, when you look at how even the budget was actually passed, right? First of all, they were threatened wakaingia box, ndio, and then of course they can be bought. And member of the parliamentarians, how the numbers, if you look at the numbers from the UDA and the numbers from all other parties, the UDA actually inashinda normal numbers of parliamentarians from other parties. Now, if this motion is being pushed and has been said by, first of all, the president who gave that issue, what makes you think that it's going to be out, taken in the parliament? Because that is a lie. They're just going to fall. And one thing I really don't like is how do parliamentarians actually represent the people? If you say that Kenyans should have a say on this, and Kenyans are being represented by the parliamentarians, I don't believe like 200 people represent 40 million, right? So when you say, it's all about Kenyans, I don't think Kenyans are actually even having a say on this. It's just a way to sugarcoat, a way to bring it so that it can look good. But we know definitely we are going to that war, Joby. There is nothing. It's going to be passed. It's always like that. They bring something, and then there is always some negativity that gives you hope that actually akutaenda hivyo, unajua, and then after some time unasikia it was passed in the parliament. So you're like, okay, so why were we being given hope? This was just a distraction, so that we cannot actually see the root cause, or rather to see we don't give a thought about it because it's being conducted or it's being talked about in the court. So it is not our problem. I saw even over this weekend, were they the Haitians or who? The ones that were actually talking on the streets and saying, President Ruto is a U.S. puppet.
We had 2 different demonstrations.
Yeah.
One in the U.S. and the other one in Haiti.
Yeah, and I don't know if the ones in the U.S. were Kenyans. Were they Kenyans?
They were not.
They were not Kenyans.
They were Africans, I guess, but not really Kenyans.
And again, it's not even fair. You're taking people's family. Somebody I heard saying first and foremost, if you want to fight this war, why don't you first be
Take
the
your-
leader?
yeah.
Take your goddamn kids 1st. You have a whole basketball team.
Yeah.
You can put them out there so that we can see what is gonna work, and then we can follow by example. So it doesn't actually make sense for me. This is just a PR so that people can forget about it, and then it's gonna be passed, and then we are gonna lose lives again, just as they said clearly.
But I see Kid is saying the parliament represents the people, Katie. It's the voice of the people of the country, but ours is not. Ours
Yes,
is not the
Kate.
voice of the people. It's supposed to be the voice of the people.
The president.
But,
It is not the voice,
voice of the
It is
president.
the voice of the
yeah.
president,
and
literally.
they are or whatever their party
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah. For example, what I was trying to explain, if you look at parliamentarians, ndio walichaguliwa na different parties. The parties that actually have a lot of parliamentarians in Kenya
Yeah.
is the one that the president runs,
Yeah.
the UDA. The other party, ODM, has a little parliamentarians compared to others, and also the other parties that were actually chosen were Jakoya's party.
Yeah.
Kuna a few of these parliamentarians that were, but when we take our issues or our motion to the parliament, the ones that actually are going to outdo, or rather they're going to move the motion, is the ones that actually support the motion, and they're supporting the president, who is their leader. So it's not literally a voice of the people, it is a voice of the leader. Yeah.
It is super crazy, but like I was saying actually earlier, for me to conclude on this story, and of course as we move on, also still on our president, I believe, like I said on my show, Africans, because of miseducation and because of us being educated about, like, to make grow up tukijua borders make a difference, within Africans or amongst Africans, which is wrong. Right now, if we really were actually, imagine the whole continent, if we could see Nigeria having the population of 200 million people, having Ugandans, Tanzanians, Burundians, Rwandese, like literally the whole continent, if you are raising against these puppets, this actually could move. We'd see the Europeans being shaken, and they would actually withdraw this, because mind you, it's not Ruto making a decision. These are controlled decisions by the people who rule the world. Kenya is gonna be the one to clean the mess, and so must it do it. If it doesn't, we're gonna be attacked again. We're gonna see some actually crisis happening, Al-Shabaab,
yeah.
jihadists and all that type of bullshit.
But what makes you think that the Haitians, the goons from Haitians, will not come to Kenya?
Now
Proper
it's going to
guy,
be
by the
double.
way.
Now it's going to be double, because now the US is
Damn.
going to be there. You don't even know. This is what I'm saying. You're creating you're creating a lot of enmity. So you don't know who ukiatakiwa, you're not even going to be sure who attacked you, who called the shots.
And mind you,
you're an enemy of a lot of people, and you created it for yourself. Yeah.
Ruto is protected, so for him, after the Haitians,
It's
if they
not
come
Ruto.
here,
It's
even if the
us.
Haitians were to
It's
come here
us.
and attack us, or the guns were deployed in Haiti, if they were to actually pave a way in Kenya, it's still us who gonna suffer the
Exactly.
consequences of these puppets and the deals that they have signed.
And
which is
I was
so sad.
even saying, these people are sending our strongest soldiers. This is our strongest soldiers, the Reke Squad. We don't have any other military in Kenya trained like the Reke Squad. And these are the people they are sending to Haiti. So they want to kill our soldiers. In case there is a terrorist attack, let's say like the one happened in 2013 this was with this mall, Westgate Mall. Now imagine we have a terrorist attack at this moment, and our soldiers have gone to Haiti. Who will protect us? KWS ama nkina nani watakuja, because we are sending the best troops to go and get killed, and it doesn't make sense.
There's also a hotel that was attacked. I think it was in 2020, if I'm not wrong, 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
Around, I think, the
Ru-
pandemic
Rubis-
somewhere.
I don't
It
remember
was
the-
attacked by some, unknown.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was attacked by unknown Al-Qaedas and all that. But I hope Africans can actually wake up before it is too late, because it's gonna be where the revelation biblical thing, countries rising against each other, and apparently this is where the goofy religion people are gonna be praying much more than waking up and demonstrating. I don't know if you've seen in Nairobi gossips,
They have seen Maria.
They've seen Maria. That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Was it not Maria?
I didn't listen to the
Somebody
audio.
from Catholic, I guess.
They are Catholics,
Yeah, they
actually,
are Catholics.
a group.
I guess they were
Millions of groups.
I've seen
How
your
she
comments,
does.
Kate. I've seen your comment on that. I think you told them it's the blue
beam
technology. Exactly.
Because I've seen most of the people saying that they're calling it science.
Yeah.
And I don't know which type of science most of the people are saying, because Africans still are Africans. But anyway, that is one of the things going on. We hope Africans will wake up and fight for their continent, because it's us calling actually on war from other people without us knowing what is really
I
going
even
on.
don't see anything.
There's nothing on the
Just
side.
lights.
There's nothing, trust me. There's
It's
nothing.
just lights.
And then they ask you,
And they're making noise and screaming. I
what
can't
can
even
you
dare.
see?
I can't even dare watch and move my energy to that. But moving on, today in the morning, I was watching, reading a gazette, and still on the matter. If you remember, Gachagua one time he said the people who voted for the current government are the only people who are going to benefit.
Yeah.
And actually, this motion is going on without us realizing, and it's not actually, I think, on most of the mainstream medias or online platforms. But they are saying that while the President Ruto has maintained that his administration will not discriminate against any part of the country because of political differences, Deputy Rigathi Gachagua has been unapologetic that the interest of those who voted for the ruling alliance are the ones to come first. So that is what he has said. And with all this going on, actually Ruto has a rally in Kisumu, and people are criticizing him. People are literally like, against him. People are like, wanamtukana, wanasema Raila is still the zone of Nyanza, and that Ruto is not welcomed. So you're talking about tribalical politics, the tribalical leadership and all that, because on the other end we have the deputy who's supposed to be backing the president in them making the country perfect and better with what the previous leader did and the damages they did together because they were with Ruto. Instead of making the country move in a one motion way, we're here talking about division. We're here talking about how the people who have voted, and we know majority in Kales, definitely Kalenjins. So you're gonna be saying that Kalenjins are gonna be the most beneficiary of this country and not any other people from any other tribe. This is wrong, and again, this is why we're saying African people need to wake up and realize we're being played. Because being realistic, if you go to most of the, let's say maybe penye Uhuru ametoka, Gatondo, you'll find some things actually running very smoothly. If you've gone to Gatondo, the road is very well developed, trust me. Like kuna kafiti, me have been there and it looks perfect. But in other places, people have been crying years and years, roads to be constructed. All we have is digging of holes and leaving the mchanga there and leaving. This actually has to come to an end. I don't know how, but African people need to stop being dummies. This is how simple it is.
Yeah, and I think we all need to stop being used at the end of the day, because how are we ending up being used by the same people that we think that they are going to bring changes to us? The moment we agree to getting used, that is how we also agree to letting them now take advantage of us. Because if you allow to be told you are a Kikuyu, you should not even listen to a Luo speaking politics. You should shut up when they are talking, and you should throw stones at them when they come to your area.
Thank you.
You're being used, and by the fact that you allow yourself to become a victim, or you become now a subject of something that is supposed even to help you, you end up losing. Because you can't be throwing stones at a president of the country and you think that your town is going to develop. You're chasing him in your town, but you want development. Who is going to develop the place?
He won't.
He won't.
But
He
he's not
won't.
in charge of development. There is money assigned.
The money is assigned, but the money cannot be used without the president's signature.
It's already passed by. I don't agree with him, not because even if when he went for the development tour, and I do remember he went to the Nyanza region, and Raila had to call out, the Nyanza region people and tell them to be good to him, because we all need development. But it doesn't mean, however much he doesn't want it, the money has already been budgeted for, and every governor or every county is actually given the money. So now it's your own people when you wanakulanga pesa ya development.
Actually, no.
And then
I think
and then now there are areas like, for example, when we have development money, Joby, even if you didn't vote for the president, your county money has already been put.
that's why I want to correct you.
Yeah.
I was still reading another article. County officials are complaining that most of the borrowed money is not in circulation. I think it's revolving around governors, but most of the counties, though it's supposed to be allocated
Money for I want like money for development. So if we have 10 counties, right? Even if that place was not a UDA region, you get the money for development, it's already budgeted for all counties. So it's being taken, it's being distributed in different counties. Who heads the counties? It's of course the governors.
but the
Now
budgets-
it is them that are actually responsible for.
And
But
accountable.
however much, even if you didn't like the president, so what happens is, for example, if you look at regions like Langata and people like Jalang, why people are saying if you need development you have to work, because at a certain point it's not going to be county development money. It might be money distributed for different things. But if you're in good terms with him, una get your county or your region gets that, una get.
Yeah.
And that's why you're supposed to work closer to him. But if you become like an enemy to him, then definitely that itaenda, the county money will actually come. But others or whatever, you know,
I tend to disagree
Yeah.
with you because on the budget, the money allocation is given to counties according to their to their mathematical length and width, or how they are. And also, you look at a county like Nairobi. Nairobi is the capital city. It needs a lot of money. But remember, the budget is passed by the parliamentarians.
Yeah.
After that, who gets to sign the budget?
The president.
Of course.
Yes.
So it has to go through him so that you get this money.
Exactly.
But if he doesn't okay this, you won't get the money as the county. And this money by the counties, for it to get to the county, it has to pass through the county assembly. And remember, the county assembly, this is why we have the senator and the others, and also remember we have the governor.
Yeah.
So this money has also a person who is there. Imagine your governor is not okay with the MCA.
True. By the way,
Yeah?
don't mind guide.
This is why you find that there are some hospitals
Oh,
without
damn.
medicine, and some others you'll go, there's medicine, the sanitation over there is very okay,
True.
but it is in the same county. So this is how it goes.
True.
Yeah.
And I do tend to agree with that, because I think that is what has been happening. I was trying to follow up the article, and it was I think one of the member to our call, one of a county, and he was like, we need to understand where the president he signs his money to, circulating, because the counties are literally stuck at this point. We're 1 year away since we were signed into our jobs, and our people keep on complaining and think we're liars, while majority of us want to do our jobs, but money is not in circulation. So corruption, again, we're talking about tribalism, being picky and being choosy. We're dealing with people who are just all focused on the agenda of who favors. Actually, I think with the president is who favors his actions. If you tend to if you've never motioned with his action, well, Joe, already you are a red flag to him. If you don't actually even second him right now with his actions, you're also a red flag. Well, the decision and the voice is all up to us, because we are the people on the ground, again, suffering the most. It is still us. All this still goes back. After all the county governors, the county MPs and MC.
yeah.
At the end of the month, no matter how many times they complain about the county itself, for them every month the salary is in their account.
Yeah.
They won't be delayed their salary. It's gonna end up in their account for being puppets, and that's exactly what it is. But I don't know if you have comments on TikTok, but I want to read the comments on YouTube. I see John Mosquito in the building. Karibu sana, brother. And of course, I see you saying that Shmani, so you are there. Yes, she's back.
I am here.
Yeah, people were questioning about you in the morning, but there she is. And I see John Mosquito also saying that Shmani, if you color your hair like Joby and Katie, Yellow, well, we'll have our Ghana flag. Wow. Okay. I don't know about yellow and whatever you're saying, but anyway, thank you for the compliments. We appreciate.
Remember green He thinks that's red.
I don't know. This is not red. This is, I don't know even which color is on the TikTok streets. And of course, I see Jiba Jaba in the building. Karibu Sari saying, what's happening, family? We're good. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend. And you're also saying that Joby creating a new word, tribolical. You go, girl. Thank you. I'm trying, Manze. And you're saying that does Kenya have audition general that's not corrupted, who reviews expenditure? I don't think so. It's only the
They
president.
may be chosen by the president if they exist.
There is none.
We don't have any.
We don't
We have county auditors, Katie. We do have.
We have auditors, but not financial auditors.
Kwani wana audit nini?
Hey.
What are they auditing if it's not finance?
We have auditors.
Even if
They're
they're
just corrupt.
even if they're
Exactly, because
corrupt.
they are auditors.
Even if they're
Yeah.
they are corrupt, that is just how simple you can say. And
Yeah.
also see Jiba Jaba is saying tribalism prevents a nationalism, a national cohesion and collective growth. That is true. Tribalism, it's really doing a big damage. And trust you me, these puppets understand the scheme very well. And this is why you see them actually. Ruto is even going to Nyanza, knowing he's not even wanted there. Still, this is also actually tribal fuel because the Luo people, and we've been seeing it actually even during the election, how they were reacting towards the winning and the, the stealing of elections, how it really happened, supposedly, how it is said, But
We only
That's
have
crazy.
auditor general.
we do.
Auditor general
Only.
is for the country,
So we don't have
for the
council.
government.
We have county auditors. Hujaipata, like for example, I had an uncle.
You just
Sorry to say
reconfirm on
this,
Google.
yeah.
Mhm.
He used to work with the county assembly, and he was the procurement officer. So at a
Okay,
certain
it's the
point-
office of the auditor general, so it has, I
It
guess,
has.
auditors.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
county. So wanakujaga, if they see a lot of money in your account, they come and freeze and then they audit your work. That's why
Wow.
I'm very sure they do exist. Yeah.
Okay, I also see Jiba is saying
But they're
I think I
corrupt,
read that.
obvious.
Yeah, tribalism, like I said, it's creating a lot of fuel in terms of fighting, and I think I've discussed this last week, especially on my show, and I don't think I want to tackle on it. Africans is just for us to realize how we've been weaponized, what is being used as the main agenda, as the key, to open us to react the way we react, literally, because it's messed up, and we're gonna be finding ourselves where revolution was saying, rising against each other and all that. But as we move on, I also want to talk about something again, these in general, specifically with women, and it's a discussion we've had before, but it's still a discussion that won't end, especially in Africa, anytime soon. We're talking about sanitary towels, how it is so hard to actually acquire most of this, and I've seen on this article I was reading, it was saying that it's easy someone to literally put food on the table but not even acquire a sanitary towel. And actually, if you look at those situations, both, we are struggling. If I'm living in a hand-to-mouth situation, you expect me to go buy sanitary towel na sina unga? Especially if I have a kid, I'm not gonna buy sanitary pads where I can use a piece of cotton of my t-shirt, for me to go on a week of my menstrual period. But this article, it was talking about the boost of menstrual hygiene, and it was saying that it is time we talked about menstrual hygiene and how we can set up strategies to manage it, especially amid the high cost of living. It has become difficult for many women and girls to choose between buying food and sanitary products. But worse, menstrual cannot be avoided. It is a natural occurrence in the body of women and girls. How the prices of menstrual health products have gone up, yet they aren't luxury items, but a necessity. And about 10% of girls in sub-Saharan Africa miss school because they cannot afford menstrual products when they are in their periods, and they are therefore forced to engage in transactional sex, get the money, buy sanitary towels. And this is something that has been going on for so long. Actually, you'll find even a teacher will harass you kwa shule so that they can give you 50 shillings because your parents cannot even afford to actually pay school fees for you to get sanitary towels. They also say that in 2017, the President Uhuru Kenyatta signed an amendment to educate law to require that free and quality sanitary towels to be provided every school girl, but still many don't get them. I mean, talk about the tablets. We found them in Uganda, so you expect sanitary towels to be found in school? Question. Girls, especially from vulnerable communities and families, suffer stigma and embarrassment during menstruation, which definitely affects their mental health and limits opportunities in their lives. The cost of sanitary towels is beyond reach. Most women and girls, many of them, struggle to be comfortable during that time of the month. Menstrual isn't taboo or bad luck, but should be celebrated for them to lead healthy and productive lives. Menstrual health and hygiene intervention has been highlighted as the key strategy to keep girls in school. If the government can give out flavored condoms for free in a bid to counter HIV and other sexual transmitted diseases, then it can do so for sanitary pads. Sex is a choice, but menstrual period isn't. And that is the article of boosts menstruational hygiene. And I don't know what you girls think. I don't know, just personal question, have you struggled buying sanitary towels?
No.
Never? You struggled buying sanitary towels?
No, I haven't. But I have had people who have, and I've been with classmates who didn't have it. I remember at a certain point there was this chick, we didn't know more about, you know, not family flowing, menstruation. And then akanuka, alikuwa ananuka, she was stinking in the class, you know. And then now boys started reacting really badly, unajua, and now everybody knows she's the one that is menstruating, and she didn't have one to change. And the teacher started talking really bad about it, unajua. And now later is when the matron came and, you know, took her out and all that. So it is a struggle that a lot of people face. When you look at these even foundations that people have, something like Miss Flo Foundation, they go to these schools, they donate pads to students, they teach them about menstrual health and how to curb it, how to go through it, and how it is okay to actually, you know, have the blood on you or menstruate.
It's not a taboo.
It's not a taboo. I mean, nobody's supposed to tell you, and even nobody's supposed to see you with blood on the road, because you can't walk with a stain, and you know, unajua. But walking with it unknowingly, people are questioning, or people are actually looking at you weirdly. It's supposed to be, hey, the stain, unajua. Can I help you? That's it. I cover you.
I know.
It's not supposed to be something that is really, really. But and also how people actually. I used to have a boyfriend that Kwanza in Campo, when I used to flow, he used to call me bloody. Like,
that's abusive.
It's very bad. It was a very bad word. For him it was a joke. Unajua. He used to take it very, and he wouldn't see me like during those and like those period, like
it's supposed to be literally there,
something like that. So that is how I was like, you know, this and this. And also the way men actually view, let me just say, not all men, but majority, and I don't want to call out, majority of the men also have this perspective, or they are like, if you're in menstruation, you're stinking, you're dirty, you shouldn't be around men. And actually there's also that thought about it. But it is okay as a woman, and you find most of these girls in the village, they get pregnant because they didn't know, you know. A man used them, and you find they're older men who know very well this girl is still young. I'm gonna buy you pads, I'm gonna do just petty stuff for you, and then they have sex with you, or some even rape you from those instances. Now it is something that is very, very common. You see in the city it's different, but go to now those schools in the village, and then you can tell majorly this is something that is actually affecting a lot of women in Kenya, really a lot, and it's not cheap. Saizi unapata
yesterday I went to Quickmart. I saw the cheapest, it's 60 bob. No, there's an offer. I was even telling myself, these pads are the cheapest. We used to get them at 50 bob. Right now they're saying there's an offer. The
and
pads go for 85 bob. The actual price.
Even putting offers now on pads.
Yeah, there's an offer. It's 65.
They offer on anything else, but not sanitary towels.
I mean, it's good to put offer on sanitary towels because people can't buy them. Job, if we are complaining, let them be put on offer.
What should actually happen? These things should be actually very easy. Yeah, even for free, easy to access. Why should I go actually wait for an offer on Quickmart or any store for me to be able to get that sanitary towel, or majority, because in the year time there's
Why is it that hospital, something I've never noticed, you get condoms for free, but
that's
you
the
never
thing.
get
They're
pads
making
for
flavored
free.
condoms but not sanitary
Unajua,
towels.
I'm like, why is it that it is so hard? And then sometimes unatumia hata the women who are actually using
Tampons.
not tampons, inaitwaje?
Cups.
Cottons. And it's not safe, you know. Kwanza in high school, unajua sema
Cotton
pad yake
wool.
imeisha, cotton. Anaeka cotton.
It's not
But
safe.
it's not safe because adi cotton iko na particles. Zinaingia because also your knees, you know. So it like takes a lot of nasty stuff inside your Gucci,
Well,
which is not actually good.
Personally, I've gone through sanitary towels problem. I have used my own goddamn cloth, and I know actually the difficulties, like just what you're explaining, the difficulties and what this article is saying of being in class, being so uncomfortable. Kila time unaamka you have to be in the toilet every time unajishuku. And mine was even worse because I used to have very bad cramping. I still have very bad cramping, and it used to lead me to I have to stay home, and became worse when the relative or the person I was staying with didn't believe that I was actually going through so much pain. So what alienda akafanya, akaambia ticha mi nadanganyanga mi ni mgonjwa, so what should happen because I should be beaten. No, that's how bad people also are. Let me tell you, I don't know why people take menstrual like, you know, it's supposed to be like, it's like a stomachache, you go to the toilet and shit and come back, you know. It's really not, that shit is really painful. No, it's really
Some
painful.
people have severe ones.
Yeah, it's really painful. But personally, I've gone through the problems, and I believe actually there should be, I don't know when, which year or which century, because in this century, so long as we have these puppets, it's not going to happen. We're talking about in 2017, in 2023, where an amendment was passed of where free sanitary towels should be given in school. 2023, this guy served for 10 goddamn years. He's out. What has happened? We still seeing condoms on toilets and no sanitary towels. And even if we were to provide right now, Africa, we and the majority of those can't even afford are living. Trust me, they're the ones living in either midlife or even in the slums. Like, you know, they are literally living at their lowest of their lives. And this is what I'm saying, even if they were to be provided even for free, people will be, I think we've talked about this, people will be rampage about it. Like, people will raid. I don't care how much money anakuja. I don't think even about the other girl. Because what about next time? Because what about next time? Itanipata wapi? Nitapata kweli hizi pads. Hata nichukue zingine ni
But
sule
if it
nieke.
becomes a norm, Joby, I don't think it's gonna
Exactly.
be if it becomes a norm, like
norm.
nowadays when you go to hospitals, even today when I was at the doctor, and a big condom there, you know, if it be, and nobody picks them in the toilet, nobody picks them.
Exactly.
Nobody wants those.
Because
Go buy
it's
a
a
condom.
norm. Unajua, no, let me tell you, some people can't afford those things. Unajua. So don't look at it like, we look at it like pads. There are people when you're wana kabisa.
But money, the way now we don't even trust the government. I even don't trust to be eaten by that shit.
So what I'm saying is there are people who can't go and buy protection for 100 shillings for 50 bob.
Or the
So
pills.
they actually decide to go and take the sure condoms that are actually, but what I'm trying to say is it has become a norm that they're always there. So hata uwezi hakuna hiyo rampage, una get, because they're always there. And I do believe that is the system you're supposed to use on sanitary towels. When they're always available, nobody's gonna be stealing, because I'm like, if I'm gonna fly, I'm just gonna get a free. Unajua, I'm just gonna get free pads. But also look at the main hospitals and look at the Uhuru is saying he actually, you know, started something that you should give women protection or sanitary towels. Most counties, unajua, maybe zilipeanwa, but these ministries, they stole it. Go to public hospitals, angalia venye nurses ni wezi in anything, like zinafikanga hivi. Zinafikanga hivi, they don't even let you, like, anything for free that the hospital gives. Unapata they have curtains everywhere. Wamechukua za OC. They have everything for free. Zile mauji sijui nini, ulikuwa unapata maviatu zile toms. They have like 30 pairs, and kuna mtu hapo OC hana viatu. So you see, they're also selfish in another way, that even if you put them there for people, they're just people who are gonna steal
It's
them.
the poverty mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
Because we've grown up with so much struggle, so we don't even know abundance even when it comes.
Yeah.
You know, like you're used to struggling to the point you don't even know when you're literally, your life is, you know, flowing in abundance, so all you want to do is just grab and grab and grab, not knowing that now you have the access of this, and you
Yeah.
just need to be easy with it, you know. It's just super
because
crazy.
I'm not used to it.
It's super crazy. But I see Jiba Jiba is saying that all work against the common black citizen. That is definitely what they have been doing. Political wise, that is what has been happening. And of course with corruption, and that's how it has also been set up, you know. All work against the common black citizen, no matter where you are, you know. I also see you saying that flavored condoms. What is that madness? Yes, they're there. You're also saying that I have
We even
edible
have
chocolate.
glow in the dark.
Why?
Condoms.
Yes.
Okay, you're right.
Well, I don't know anything
You
like
don't know those?
Well, I don't know. I will not use that one. I cannot. What? No. You're not glowing in my body. You're also saying that I've seen edible chocolates, underwear, edible chocolates, underwear.
Huh?
What do you mean? But never flavored condoms. This is crazy.
Yeah.
We have. They are so common.
Chocolate, strawberries, and shits like
A
that.
lot. And also see John Mosquito in the building, Karibu Sana. And once again, I don't know why I'm saying Karibu to you again. You're saying, Shmani, please keep men out of this. Why should we keep men out
I
of
said
this?
there's a perspective about men that don't actually, and I gave an example with my man, my previous man. So he's a man.
Why should we actually, this is the thing, why should we keep men out of the topic? Because I believe if I am, let's say if I am in a bus or a train and I am going to the toilet and I've messed myself up, you should actually as a man feel confident enough to tell me, hey lady, you've messed up, can I help you?
Yeah.
You know, not really look shame on me and look at me like I'm disgusting, and the next minute when I'm not gonna be flowing, you're gonna be wanting to get in
I
me.
know.
Bro.
And you want me to leave men.
Hey.
And let me give another very normal example. How hard is it for even fathers to talk to their daughters
Exactly.
about
Menstrual.
menstrual health? You know,
Very.
it's weird. Anakwambianga hiyo ni shida ya mamako. Ama kama hataki kuambia naambia mamako akuongele. For them it's weird. It's not supposed to be a weird thing. This is your kid. She's going through menstruation. Talk to her.
True.
If you don't, but now it's a woman's deal. It's a woman's, you know. If we had men who just understand, and I'm not saying they don't exist, they do actually exist, but they all tend to run away and leave it on the women to actually take care of it. And that's what I'm saying. We have to call them out.
I also see Jiba is saying that what's a box of tampon or say free cost USD? Well, I'm not sure.
$3.
Yeah, right now I think it's $3 because the last time I checked or I bought it was around $250.
A box?
Yeah, a box.
$3 ni 3 so.
Inakwanga expensive.
$3 si 3 so.
300
Ni kama 500.
or $3.
Yeah.
See
Na,
500.
hiyo si box
Jafika
keti.
500.
Tampons, we are talking about
Jafika 500.
tampons.
Yeah, Jafika 500.
Si ndio nasema 3 ziko 2 to 3.
Yeah, around
It's
$3.
about
$3.
Around $3.
No, it's 3. It's about 3. Hapo hivyo 2.
Around 2 years.
Okay, maybe the last time I used them it was in 2020. 21,
Actually, it
2020.
is 2.48. That is a 351.
So it was Mefka punch. That's one thing I know for sure. And also see you're saying that off topic is douching used amongst women for cleansing in your country. I don't know if you're talking about the pulse, the what they call the water.
With no soap.
Yo,
Shmali answered you. She said wash with water.
With no soap.
That's what we do.
those shits are dangerous.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
imagine.
They are the ones actually which are bringing cancer and making people, especially women, to have cervic cancer
Exactly.
because you're putting a lot of chemicals. Shout out to TikTokers, manze. I've seen someone selling a potion for love, potion for sex, potion for money. You know, and this is what you see people now applying in their bodies. Then to end up having some, skin effect or some skin reaction. You're like, what is going on? Food, you start blaming food, and it's you doing damages because you're looking for things in the wrong way. I also see you're saying that there is a tampon shortage in the US. Diapers also. Well, for tampons I know, and also diapers, I saw that online some time back, but I don't know about in Africa. I've not seen some tampons also for me in a Quick Mart. I've looked for tampons as
I don't know. It's so weird why we don't have tampons in the
Because
supermarket.
They are
because tampons
expensive.
are expensive than pads. That's
People
why
cannot afford
most of it.
tampons.
That's what I care
But not all of people, like everybody uses tampons, but it's rare for you to spot them in a supermarket.
Because most women say also it's uncomfortable.
It's
If you can't handle, it's uncomfortable for you.
Let me just
So
walk with something inside you all day.
you can. Because you can, and it's kind of comfortable
It's
than the
weird.
pads actually.
It's weird because if you want to go and pee, lazima utoe change.
Uweze toa, si lazima utoe. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know man, but
uncomfortable.
si lazima utoe. Si
I
lazima
know,
utoe,
right?
si lazima
It's
utoe.
uncomfortable.
Well, I also see Sanken one in the building, Karibu Sana, and I also see Jibajaba is saying that it keeps women and young families stressed out. It does, and just saying that edibles underwear, it is a mzungu thing. God damn. I mean,
You mean they are eaten?
is it a surprise you saw earlier they eating giraffe poops? Come on.
Hadi nilikuwa shangayo giraffe. Hiyo ni nini inaenda wapi though?
Giraffe poops.
Why were they going with that shit?
No,
She
not
was
that one.
saying that she uses them to make bracelets
Necklace.
and necklaces.
But Disney did actually launch flavored poop.
Giraffe poop and
chocolate.
hippos
Yeah.
poop.
And hippos poop chocolate. Flavored. Oh my god. I also see Sanken one says that Katie looks like she is in the principal's lol. I don't know about that, but it's saying that Joby, see what you've done, you've set her off. I've done what? I don't know, man. But also I see who else. Karibuni sana to everyone who's with us. Smash the like button for me kindly, family. I see you are in the building. Kindly just hit that like button. It is really, really important. But of course, as we get to wind up, our last story is about the mental
I have
health.
one before we continue.
Okay.
This is about two police officers that have been arrested today in Kenya, and the police officers were arrested smuggling 13 foreigners to Kenya, and the two police officers were arrested on Sunday evening in Turkana South sub-county after they were caught smuggling 13 foreigners into the country. According to a police statement, a security dragnet compromising general police officers and Directorate of Criminal Investigation officers was formed after an intel report that police vehicle has been used or was being used to ferry aliens. The two police officers were ambushed as they drove from Lokori towards Lokichar. And I'm wondering, if these people are the ones to keep safety in our country, they are the ones to keep us safe, but now they are smuggling foreigners in our country, and you might even see that these people are Indians. The ones that are being smuggled in our country, Indians and the white people, and they always come with the drugs.
And racism. They carry racism everywhere they go. I mean, and a lot of Neanderthal behavior.
I mean, we are fighting to chase them away. You're still bringing them in. What is wrong with you?
Let me tell you, even those people who have been sent in Haiti, I don't think wako na akili pia wao.
So what I do?
I think
As you what I do, you resign. You go, guy.
you can resign.
You resign immediately. You
And
told.
then what do you do after resigning?
Hey,
You have a
I'd
family.
rather
You're living in
I'd
poverty.
rather die in Kenya than in Haiti being killed like a criminal.
Sometimes people don't have an option.
Rather die poor
Unajua,
than
you do.
rather die poor
On
than
this
Haiti.
one, you do.
You'd rather die
I
poor.
clearly know you do. You can't risk your life, and you know these people promised you we will treat you like.
But I feel like
And
they
then
do. Somebody they do have a
they
choice.
definitely care. They're not going to be paid like minor salary. Unajua pia wao
I know.
wanaenda kupewa do. So imagine yeye anaona opportunity ya do. Na ujui mtu tena pia amesurvive.
It's like the same way we saw people, the KDF being deployed to Somalia. How many people did resign at that time? So many.
For me, it sounds like the bomb suiciders. You know,
Yeah,
when
you're
already
like a
paid. You already
suicide
paid.
bomber.
Yeah, you already paid. The family, the money goes to your family. So in case anything happens to you, where family yako iko secured kwa
And
bank.
you're okay with the dying, you know.
That's the thing. Maybe unless they are okay with that, then well and good. But if they ain't, well, I believe they do have a choice, and it's calling out actually for people in Africa still, helping and rooting out for them. But as we wind up, I want to talk about mental health and the causes of it. And they are saying that actually the primary health bill gap has led to a lot of mental health issues, and it's not actually just even the bill gap and all that, the hospital crisis and everything. They're saying many other countries face challenges in addressing its citizen mental health needs. Kenya has a billion young population. Over 70% of the citizens are under 30, and but the youth who represent the future bear the brunt of mental health challenges. Economic uncertainties, unemployment, and life pressures have created a perfect storm for mental health issues to flourish amongst them. And the most prevalent and depression and anxiety, academic pressure, society expectation, and the fear of unemployment have driven many young people into a state of perpetual stress. And actually, if you look at it at a bigger angle, even without all this, it is true. Unemployment, because also talking about, they're saying even being detained in hospitals. It was a very big article, being detained in hospitals. Like, you might actually go to the hospital, but because you can't actually pay your medical bills and you end up being detained, you end up being sick and acquiring mental health issues because of the crisis of we have been kept in. Well, we're going back to actually what I was talking about again in Liberia, where the president and most presidents like Uhuru in 2017 promising whatever he promised. The president of Liberia is called George West. Wherever, man. But he promised the people to create job opportunities, employment, to create a court, but none of this is happening. He's asking for another term, and we've seen this with most of the puppets. Shout out to Kagame, always creating a room for them but not creating the room for the citizens. You have all the space, but you're gonna only have a room for yourself and not the citizens. You're leaving the others outside because you don't care about them, which is super crazy, manze. I hope actually Africans, again, you can stand up. This is not a matter of just you going to demonstrate and asking. It's demanding and taking. That's what you need to do. Haiti, actually, I think ilikuwa last year when they were attacked, they're the same people who went and raided the president's house. I don't know. Kindly, kid, correct me if you're on TikTok. Is it Eswatini? Which country was? I don't know. I can't remember the country that they did. They went ahead and raided on the president's, white house, and he flew the country. He went away from the country because of the cost of living was soaring. Amongst the people. So personally, I believe that actually this is true, because if you look at most of the people the way they are, there's nothing so sad. If you really have humanity in you, like kona mtu mzee amekaa chini amejishika hivi na anafanya hivi tu kila time, unajiuliza what is really running through this person's mind. Huyu mtu atoke home, atoke kwenye ametoka, labda amekosa job, ana food, anafikiria vile atarudi home kulipa bills, landlord anamngojea, bibi anamngojea, watoto anamngojea. It's crazy, and it can actually lead to a lot of depression. Sri Lanka, yeah? Yeah, okay, thank you. So I believe that's what people should do. Raid Ruto's, Kagame's, and Nana Akufo-Addo, Museveni's place, and let's see if they're going to be able to stop you if they're not scared.
I do believe, of course, this affects our mental health a lot, and not even you being affected personally, and even your family members.
Too.
There are the people also who are going to face. Imagine struggling with somebody they're dead, and there's a bill of course, $1 million. Na pia amesha kufa na umeachia nani familia yako on this. Do you think that it's going to be easy on them? It's not. Sometimes these people and these politicians or puppets, wanakujanga, they promise people, oh, we are going to clear the bills of this and this. They do want two people to show the people that they can actually do it, and then once they have the seat, they change, or hiyo pesa inakwanga imeenda hivyo tu, unajua. So it actually causes a lot of mental health, and people go crazy. Have you ever been to a hospital where people have been detained? Unasikia mtu alishapona, but 6 months because haezi lipa bill, he stays there. He is actually haezi toka hapo, like, and then the bed is so tight. These nurses, being a public hospitals, they make you share beds. And they're like, you're not even paying the bill here. They become disrespectful. They become very disrespectful to you, and it's not that you're not gonna pay. At the end of the day, you're gonna be paying this whole money. Itaandikwa mlishia kitanda. So yes, it actually causes a lot of mental health, and a lot of people have actually faced a lot of mental issues because of the outweighed bills. And unapata sa, imagine ugonjwa kama chemo, cancer, that is actually very expensive. A lot of people have lost their family members through these diseases, which is and if we also say that we need a health insurance, which does not work, even for medicine, even for a painkiller, they always tell you they don't have it because some nurse somewhere, some doctor somewhere has actually stolen these medicines in the hospital, has gone to open their own clinic with the hospital medicines, and it is just super crazy. So it causes a lot of mental issues. I do agree, and it's something that is supposed to be tackled. If we say we look at the Ministry of Health, there's a lot of corruption that goes down there. The other time, was it Sakaja or was it President Ruto who went? It's Sakaja. He went and fired five members of which hospital was this? And they were walikuwa board of one of the biggest hospitals in Nairobi and very corrupt. He went and fired them. But is that it? How many hospitals are still headed or being managed? And he put his people there, appoint watu wapya. Unajua, so you are appointing your people that will
Your
actually
family members.
it doesn't hurt.
They won't pay medical bills.
It's something that needs to be tackled, and I don't know how to go about. I really can't say, because when you look at all ways, all corners is just corruption.
And then the gap we have to, you
Yeah.
know, and then also look at the leadership and how people are reacting towards the country. You know, we have the reaction of the people, we have the cause of the effect, which are these puppets, and the long-term period of it. How is it going to last?
Effect.
And when is it going to change? Unless we rise up. Shout out to Danny Harrison, I see you in the building. I'm about to read your comments, and you know, as we get to wind up, I believe Africans, again, the call is ours. Personally, I said it earlier today, and I think that's my theme of the week. Actually, the call is yours. It's not on these puppets. It's not on anyone. It's on you. You're waking up. Actually, if you walk right now, you should be able to pick up information. God, if we can be able to create a group actually of young people and be able to form some sort of, you know, should I call it an activist group? Yeah, if we can form a group actually of where African people, the group among who are woke, this would be something beautiful, and it would be actually easy to gather the mindset of those who are with us and those who ain't. But again, if we do it, we have also the CIA watching. We also have the puppets watching. They might pay anyone to come and act some type of way.
You don't have to mobilize 20, even that one person. The knowledge you compare. The other, you will go and mobilize another one, and that's how we move.
Well, as we wind up, I see Ansan Kenon is asking, does Kenya have a navy? We have the Kenya Navy, don't we?
Yeah,
we do have a navy. And I also see...
We have the Reke squad.
John Mosquito says that instead of fighting for freedom and liberation, they're fighting for their oppressors. That is for the oppressors. It's crazy, you know. That is what basically happens. Tribalism, again, you talk about it, John Mosquito. And John Mosquito says that everybody has mental health living in current system. You want to say,
literally, you're right. Nobody's okay.
Nobody's okay.
Nobody's okay. People have inner devils.
Man, you wake up every single day and you have your mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I also see
If you're Kenyan, it's worse.
I bet. I also see John Mosquito says that George Weah, the former football player, yes, and you're saying that his son actually plays for US national football, the team. You see, they take their children international, but our Africans in Gambia are being raped and nothing happens.
Gabon.
And it's it's still the control media that comes to cover the story of how men are being assaulted in football teams. Talk about it. John Mosquito, Danny Harrison also says, Karibu Sana once again, you're saying that I told y'all last week what to do about the despot problem, your despot problem. Quite simply, use one loose end, get rid of the another loose end. Well, that is what that is, I think, when we're talking about Russia and all that. Africa is not ready. Majority of the countries, tell that to Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. Kenya is not ready for that topic.
We are the US puppets.
Manze, we are the Pan-Africanist US puppets, you know. I also see you saying that power is not taken, it's given, and that's on period. And I also see Jiba is saying that Haiti is actually coming in. Kenyans are going in Haiti via the Carnival cruise lines. Well, I'm gonna be following up that later, and we'll discuss much more on the Africa Today show later tonight. And I also see Danny saying that if someone's stealing a car, I hear the alarm. Well, I think an ambulance, not really. I don't know. I think you had something different. But I also see Danny saying that after that, be ready to swoop in and seize power. basically. But when is Kenya gonna be ready? That's just the question. And also see Jiba is saying, damn straight, Joby, a shared mindset will work. And that's on period. And of course, we're coming to the end of today's show. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for turning up on the comment section. Thank you to everyone who's with us. I see majority of you, but not smashing the like button. Very selfish of you. But asanteni sana for being with us on today's episode. See you guys tonight at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the Africa Today show. I've been the host of the show, Joby. Peace.
Much love, family. See you tomorrow early in the morning on the Vibe Show. Kwaherini. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Much love. See you tomorrow at 8 as always. Good night.
Something very interesting. So only 2,000. More than 2,000 is too much. I don't want to make us so tired we can go there.
Victims culture. Come on.
Congratulations. Finally, my Buddha, graduation.